Got me thinking. It's got me thinking. Biden, China states that to not support Trump or else. 2025. Smart man. Okay. I want to hear what this says. Bear with me. I don't know where I got that from. It was on Fox. They redacted what China said. They took it down. Just I know what I saw. I know what I saw. Once I see something, if I'm very interested in what I see, I'll sit up there and talk about it. It's not that serious. Let's find something else. Hold on. Is this it? Wow. That's a scary thing when what you said could be taken down. Oh my God. Ask yourself this. I have no problem with Asian people. But how many Black or even Hispanic or even white, as much as China have to offer, how much people, how many people are actually migrating to China? Very limited few. If anything, people migrate here, and it's for purposes that are good, and eventually sometimes it turns into purposes that are malicious with intent to harm. During not Biden, but while Biden was vice president and Obama was president, up to 40 people went to the Wuhan laboratories. They went to Wuhan laboratories, and sometime later, after Obama got out of presidency and Trump entered at the right moment, did this virus. I'm sorry, Trump. I've been seeing stuff in the paper about niceness, but he's killing your people. So I hope whatever you got brewing for late March, early April can help advance our society, our country. Don't go in blindside. And I know what type of person you are. You straightforward. So I say, keep doing whatever it is you're about to do or be prepared to do. But do it for the right reasons and not the wrong, for more domination. Do it because God wants you to do what's right to bring peace about the world, for our nation, our country to be together and not attack each other because of what China has brought about in our country, what Mexico has brought about in our country, what Russia has brought about in our country, somewhat Canada has brought in our country. They rejected the devil's rejects. And so they came here. And now they're here. They rejected all murderers, which 40 of them got out of, they didn't get out of jail in Mexico. They broke out of jail in Mexico. How do you do a heist? It had to be an inside heist where 40 people escaped. Now, I I heard 10 people escaping in America, 10 Black guys, and they all were caught eventually, one by one. It's hard to not live on the grid or live off the grid. Um, my presidency will be special. Whether they hate me, whether they don't, this is something that I want to give to the people. It's not about winning. The reason why I say that is because I see the look on people's faces when they say, "Oh, you're running for president," and I'm like, it's not about winning. It's about making a revolutionary change, a benefit, a token, a history measure. Because the next copyright notice I put in, which I jumped the gun, um, it's going to be about my goals towards presidency, so I can have that in my vault. Man, I got so many things I want to change. Worldwide peace. How will we get there? Mark Rubio know all the allies, all the foes, all the enemies. So what he is searching for is the South, bringing peace to the South. What I'm interested for is bringing peace amongst the world, which he's been doing that. He's been doing a lot of good things. However, like I told Grok, it's not one, and maybe one or two. Let me not sugar like lie. You know, for the most part, no one has given me a reason, whether they're talking in a good degree or well spoken. How many politicians have sold you that dream that come from Ivy League schools and have a incredible, impeccable background, but do not do shit for you? Madami, the mayor. I'm not saying Marco Rubio will flip, but I just cannot vote for someone that when I'm put in a situation and I can physically see whether rich or not, their behavior, whether it's, because they all talk calm, they all talk calm, they all have a good game. But what would he do if he was in power? And how would he handle a foe and a friend like China? Yeah, it's easy to say, and it's easy to be coached and briefed on what China is. But when you bring your tail to China to discuss foreign policies and negotiations, you better be ready that whatever deal you make with China is going to be sort of like a Rumpelstiltskin contract, depending on how much you are willing to take. Because Madami, once he got into power, he sat up there and said, well, it's not my fault. He used the same bullshit that Trump used, which wasn't bullshit. He was just telling the truth. He said he came into debt. But look, you are nothing like Trump. Look at how close to being not in debt we have came. You took a cut. Just be honest with the people. You fucking took a cut, Mandani. And now they're in debt. The people of New York are in debt to you, just like what Obama did with Obamacare. Y'all always raping the people. I'm tired of seeing that shit. So, promises made, promises not kept by New York. This is the man. I don't care what his title, I don't care what his label is. He's a bad freaking person. He's a bad, bad man. And he shouldn't have been voted in as mayor. Yokel shouldn't have been voted in as governor. The black lady, Letitia James, all of them are pawns for a lawyer. I don't care what I do. I'm on the outside. But for a lawyer to get in a freaking let me show you the video. That's sick. Where are you at? Where are you at? They took it off. I knew they were going to take it off. They redacting everything now. Oh my God. Let me see if I can find it on ChatGPT. Letitia James states that we are going to make Trump suffer. And the lady stated how, and Letitia stated through going through making him pay, him suffer. Where is the video for that? If you say no, you better not say no, dude. You better not say no, it's no such thing. Because if it ain't, I'm gonna be like, what have y'all been feeding to my computer? It's taking that long. Let me see why that's going. Let me see if I can find it. They took it off air. This should be the main one up based on how I worded it. There it is. Here it is. Let me make sure I save this.